Hello and welcome to another Big Orbit Games unboxing video. I'm Chris and today we're looking at the Guilds of Ravnica Ral Planeswalker deck. So this is the Is It deck. The other deck is Golgari for this set, and hopefully I'm not going to struggle to get into the box, so that would just be embarrassing. There we go. So what do we have? We have the Ral Planeswalker. So let's see if I can get this out without damaging it. Just pop out the sides and it comes out nice and easy. So Ral, Caller of Storms. He is a 6 mana, so 4, a blue and a red Planeswalker. Comes in with 4 loyalty. +1, draw a card. That's just good. Can't say no to card draw. -2, Ral Caller of Storms deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2 or 3 targets. Yeah, machine gun things down. If they've got weenies, kill off like 3/1/1s or something. Or just 3 damage to face, or 3 damage to a Planeswalker, or some... Yeah, it's not bad for a -2. Like, it's not spectacular, but it's like a solid -2. And then the -7, draw 7 cards. Ral Caller of Storms deals 7 damage to each creature your opponent controls. Sure. Yeah. I mean, draw 7 cards, pretty good. And you +1 him a lot, so you've already drawn at least, like, what, 3 cards before you can -7 him. So that's 10 cards, and then 7 damage to each creature your opponent controls, which should kill off most of their board. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid card. They've kind of got better with the design of the Planeswalkers from the Planeswalker packs. They went through a terrible phase where, yeah, it was kind of like Ixalan sort of era, and a little bit before that where they weren't particularly good. But they've got better with the design of them, because they don't want to make them too overpowered, because, you know, it's fixed content in a pack, but you can't make it underpowered either, because, you know, you've got to make people, like, give people an incentive to buy it as well, rather than just getting the deck. So, yeah, it's solid. It'll fit in Commander decks, probably. I mean, draw 7 cards is always good. So, yeah, it'll find a home somewhere. Alright, and then we have the contents of the deck box. So there are 2 booster packs. So the M19 Planeswalker packs only had 1 booster pack in them. But that was because there were 5 different ones, and it was kind of like a lower price point. So yeah, these are a little bit more expensive than the Core 19 ones, but they come with extra stuff. So we've got a Hey Before You Play leaflet. So how to play the deck, a little bit about Ral, and terms to know. So you've got Flying, Jumpstart, Trample, a little bit of rule stuff there. And then on the back, what are Planeswalkers, which is useful to know if you are a new player, because it is this different type of card that you may not have encountered if you learnt from the Welcome decks, for instance. Alright, let's open that. So at the back of this, I want to be a little bit careful because there is a code. There it is. So, other way around. That way around. So there is actually a code for Magic Arena, where you can basically enter this code in the redemption, code redemption part, and you'll be able to play this exact deck. You get a copy of it online, basically. So kind of like how Pokemon does it, with their physical content having codes for the online version of the game. So that's kind of nice that they're starting to do that now. You've also got these, which are really useful. So the On Your Turn thing. There used to be the little pull-out leaflets that were always very useful, but now they've kind of condensed it into 2 cards, one of which is double-sided with stuff, and then just a Discover More thing. Yeah, so those are really useful for new players. And then we've got our deck. So this is the Is It deck, so it's going to be spell heavy. There's going to be shenanigans happening with spells, and you know, kind of like getting effects the more spells you cast and whatever. So you got Erratic Cyclops as one of the rares. So he is a 4-mana 0/8 with trample. You may think, why does he have trample if he's a 0/8? Well, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Erratic Cyclops gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. I really like the design of that card. It is very Izzet. Yeah, basically, you know, you cast a 4-mana spell, he becomes a 4/8 with trample. You cast 3 spells in a turn with a combined cost of 8, for instance. He's now an 8/8 trampler for 4. So, I mean, it's obviously you've invested the cost of the spells, but you know, so what? So yeah, I like the design on this. It's a fun card. Then you got Omnispell Adept. So 5 mana, so 4 and a blue for a 3/4 human wizard. You can pay 2 and a blue, tap him. You may cast an instant or sorcery card from your hand without paying its mana cost. That is hilarious. So, does that work off converted mana cost, or is it just... Yeah, converted mana cost. So, yeah, you can use this in combination with this. So say you've got like a 5 mana spell or something, you can cast it for 3, but you get 5 power on this guy. So, yeah, kind of cool. Speaking of 5 mana spells, Ral's Dispersal. 3 and 2 blue for an instant, return a target creature... Start that again. Return target creature to its owner's hand. You may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Ral, Caller of Storms, reveal it, put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. So it's a tutor for Ral. There are 2 of them in there. And it was also a bounce spell. And because it's 5 mana, it does have payoff when you're casting it with this. So, and also you can just cast it with 3 with this. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, I like the design on that. You got Leapfrog, 2 and a blue for a 3/1. It has flying as long as you cast an instant or sorcery this turn. So again, pay off casting spells. Got a Rubble Boar. This doesn't seem like a good fit for the deck, but sure. 3 and a red for a 3/3. When it enters, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. I suppose it kind of combos with the Cyclops, but other than that, I mean, it doesn't feel like an Izzet card, but oh well. Izzet Guildgate, so it's a Ravnica block, Guildgates are back. It enters tapped, taps for a blue or a red, simple as. And has the keyword text as well in the name. Got a Muse Drake, so 3 and a blue for a 1/3 flying Drake. When it enters, draw a card. So you're essentially paying like, well, a 1/3 flyer generally is going to be 2 or 3 mana depending. So you're paying like, call it 1.5 mana to draw a card. So it's solid. Goblin Electromancer, a blue and a red for a 2/2 Goblin Wizard. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. So yeah, it's a spell deck. Make your spells cheaper to cast. Sounds good. Chemist's Insight, so 3 and a blue for an instant, draw 2 cards, and it has Jumpstart as well. So Jumpstart, you can cast this card from your graveyard, but as an additional cost you have to discard a card from your hand. So first time it's just draw 2, second time it's like discard 1, draw 2. So it's still a very good card though. Passwall Adept, 1 and a blue for a 1/3 human wizard. You can pay 3, no tap required, which is quite important. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. So unblockable stuff in blue, it's just a thing that happens a lot, so sure. Another Electromancer, another couple of lands. You've got Maximize Altitude, 1 blue for a sorcery, target creature +1/+1 against flying until end of turn. And you can also jumpstart it, so discard a card, pay the 1 blue, and it happens again. Vidalcan Mesmerist, 1 and a blue for a 2/1 wizard. When it attacks, target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-0 until end of turn. Not great, but I mean, early game, if you're playing it on turn 2, they're generally going to have like a 2/2 or a 1/1 or a 1/2 or a 2/1, so that creature losing 2 power while you attack in for 2, yeah, sure. Ral's Staticaster, this is one of the other Planeswalker deck exclusive cards. So 2 a red and a blue for a 3/3 wizard with trample. And whenever it attacks, if you control a Ral Planeswalker, it gains +1/+0 for each card in your hand until end of turn. So Ral's ability, the +1 of drawing a card, combos nicely with this. And it has trample as well, so say you have on average, sort of, it's at least turn 6 in the game because of Ral. Maybe you've drawn a card off him. You're going to have 3 or 4 cards in your hand. Probably. So, yeah, +3 or +4/+0 with trample. So he's swinging it for 5 or 6, or 7 or something, you know. Yeah, it's pretty good. Command the Storm. 4 and a red for just straight up deal 5 damage at instant speed. But it is to a creature. But yeah, it was pretty good. Worked very well in limited. Fearless Halberdier, 3 mana, generic 3/2. Another Staticaster, another Command the Storm, another Halberdier, another Staticaster. Direct Current, another card with Jumpstart. So 2 red and 1. Should have said 1 and 2 red, but you know. Sorcery Speed, deals 2 damage to any target, and has Jumpstart, so obviously you can discard a card and whatever. And also pay the cost, obviously, to deal another 2 damage. And it is to any target, and yeah, it's not bad. Not great, shock is still a thing, so you're kind of overpaying for shock. But if you're already playing shock and want more, deal 2 damage, play Direct Current. Fearless Halberdier, we Dragonauts. So 1 a blue and a red for a 1/3 pair of Fairy Wizard. Has flying, or they have flying. Let's go with they. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, we Dragonauts gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. So it's kind of like Prowess, sort of, but not. And because it's got flying, and they're a wizard, which is kind of an important tag on that, because it means you can use things like Wizard Lightning with them. So yeah, overall pretty good. Precision Bolt, 3 mana, deal 3 damage to any target at sorcery speed. It's not great. It's sorcery speed. You'd kind of, Lightning Strike's a thing, and that's 2 mana, deal 3 at instant speed to any target. And then Shock, deal 2. Obviously they're never going to reprint Lightning Bolt, but whatever. Well, not in standard anyway. Fire Urchin, 2 mana 1/3 trample. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Fire Urchin gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Another Dragonauts, another Bolt, another Urchin, another Gate, another Bolt. Hellkite Whelp, so 4 and a red, 3/3 flyer. When it attacks, it deals 1 damage to target creature defending player controls. 5 mana for a 3/3 flyer that does something when it attacks. Not too bad. Another Bolt, another Whelp, and at the back we have a Sonic Assault. So 1 a blue and a red for an instant. Tap target creature, Sonic Assault deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. That is another very Izzet card. So it does something from blue, it does something from red, and has like this crazy inventor's theory kind of thing, like vibe. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It also has Jumpstart as well, which is nice. So yeah, overall fun kind of combo-y deck where you're trying to get the best out of your creatures by casting your spells at the right time and stuff like that. So yeah, kind of nice. So the idea of the deck is that you play with it a few times, get the hang of the game, and then just get the rules down, and then you can open the packs, and then add cards, swap cards out and whatever to the deck, to kind of make it a bit better. So straight off, Command the Storm on top. You could add in another one if you wanted to. There's already 2 in there from what I remember. A third one, maybe that's too many. Leapfrog, you could put another one in. Swap out one of the generic 3/2s, maybe for this guy. It's only got 1 toughness, but still the same power, and also has upside of getting flying if you've cast an instant or sorcery. So yeah. Got Goblin Locksmith. Yeah, whenever it attacks, creatures with Defender can't block this turn. It's 2/1 for 2. It's not great, but you know. Double-Blade Agent, Gravitic Punch. So 3 and a red for a sorcery. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target player. That's actually really funny with that guy, because you cast it, that triggers on cast, so he gets the +4/+0. That resolves, and you can target the Cyclops and deal the 4 damage to their face, and then swing in with the Cyclops. Yeah, I like it. And if you cast any other spells in the turn as well, this is nice. This goes well in the deck. So 1, and then you got hybrid mana, so you can tap either blue or red. For a 4/3, it has Defender. So 4/3 with Defender is kind of unusual, but as long as you cast an instant or sorcery this turn, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. So you sit there with it in defense, and then pick your moment, cast a spell, attack with it. Selesnya Locket, Sinister Sabotage, 1 and 2 blue, counter target spell, and Surveil 1. Although Surveil isn't the mechanic from Is It? It's actually the Dimir mechanic. This would actually work really well in the deck. So not only do you counter their spell, any spell, which is great, it has Surveil. So Surveil is look at the top card of your library. You can put it into your graveyard or keep it on top. So you know, if you have a jumpstart card or something on top, you could put it into the graveyard for later use rather than drawing it because you want to kind of draw it into other things instead at that particular moment in time. So it's, or maybe you're flooded with land, there's a land on top of your library, so you put it in the graveyard and then you hit more playables. So Surveil is a very good mechanic, and countering a spell and surveilling is very good. So a good fit for the deck. Book Devourer, 5 and a red for a 4/5 with trample. When it deals combat damage to a player, discard all. Well, you may discard all the cards in your hand if you do draw that many cards. So don't let your hand attack with this guy. Draw a new hand. Yeah, it's pretty good. Split cards. So split cards are back. You can only cast 1/2. So it's not like the ones from a few sets ago, where it's like cast it from the graveyard but exile it once you cast it. So then we've got Niv Mizzet. This is a definite good fit for the deck. So he's the difficult mana seems difficult, but you're playing an Izzet deck. Chances are you will hit that mana. So he's a 6 mana 5/5, so 3 blue, 3 red. He can't be countered. Has flying. When you draw a card, he deals 1 damage to any target. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, you draw a card. So it's not even just you, it's your opponent. So you draw a card, and then when you draw a card, he deals 1 damage. And yeah, you can just keep drawing through your deck, dealing damage with Niv Mizzet. So yeah, really good fit for the deck. Boros Guildgate and a Vraska Emblem. That was kind of nice to get the Niv Mizzet there. Let's see if we get anything good in this pack for it as well. So Muse Drake, I could certainly put another one in. Extra card draw and flying is great. Collar the Culprit, Deadweight, Devious Cover-Up, so 2 and 2 blue for an instant counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its opponent's graveyard. You may shuffle up to 4 cards from your graveyard into your library. So this could fit in. It's more of a Dimir card, but maybe you've got spells that you could use in the future again, and you want them shuffled back into your library. So yeah, pretty good. Crawl Foragers, another Fire Urchin, Garrison Sergeant, Undersea Uprising, Rosemaid Centaur, Selesnya Locket, Gatekeeper Gargoyle, Golgari Findbroker, Nightveil Predator, and Vivid Revival was the rare. So 4 and a green for a sorcery, return to 3, target multicolored cards from your graveyard to your hand, and then exile it. Not great, but definitely not for this deck. And then Dimir Guildgate and Elf Knight. So yeah, overall, it's quite nice set. We've got some good cards in the packs that could fit into the deck, so yeah, definitely a great place to start if you're just starting out with Magic and yeah, want a solid deck to just start playing with. So remember, you can buy and sell any of the cards you've seen in the video on our website, bigorbitcards.co.uk. Stay tuned for more Guilds of Ravnica videos as well. We'll be doing all of the releases for it. And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.